What's up, everybody? It's Izzy, and in this video I'm going to teach you guys a simple trick to take the slack out of your arch and end up with a higher arch. So the key to this trick is that it has to be the last thing that you do in your setup. You cannot fight your feet flat after you do this. You cannot wiggle around after you do this, because whenever people do that, they invariably just flatten themselves back out and ruin the whole point of the trick. So I'm going to show you the trick both with the slide through method and with the feet up on the bench method for setting up your arch. So as you can see right here, I'm pretty much ready to bench. To the untrained eye, it may look like I've got a pretty good arch set up here, but because I know what my maximal arch looks like, there is actually a ton of slack that I left in my setup. So I'm going to show you a trick where you push into the uprights and you can really maximize your arch given whatever your current level of mobility is. So here's what it looks like. So again, look, I push into the uprights and I take all the slack out of my arch. And you can clearly see how much of a bigger arch that I have now. Here's a before and after just to demonstrate, the difference in the two positions, and you can clearly see how much closer my shoulder blades are to my ass here and how much better my arch is. Just look at the distance between my chest and the bar. All right, guys, the other way that most people set up their arch is they put their feet on the bench and they kind of bridge. So I'm going to show you that this that pushing into the uprights to increase your arch can work with this style of setup as well. So here you go. I'm setting up using, that style that a lot of people use. And then look, you push in and boom, same exact thing. My arch just got a little bit higher. So it works no matter how you set up your bench. So some final keys with this trick: make sure it's the last thing that you do in your bench arch setup. If you do it before you do some other things, those other things are likely going to flatten you out. This is a very uncomfortable position. It will jam things together in your back, so you might get some discomfort. If you're not used to jamming yourself into a huge arch, try this with a belt first. It can irritate some people's back if they're not used to big arch positions. And the last thing I would say is that if you do this, do it with a spotter or somebody that can give you a handoff, because if you don't, you're probably just going to wiggle back into a position where it's easier to take the bar out. So once you kind of push into the uprights, it's really hard to get yourself in exactly the right position for a perfect self lift off. So it really, really helps with this trick to have a spotter. But again, it doesn't matter how you set up your arch. Just do this as the very last thing that you do, and I bet you a lot of you guys will get, another inch or two off of your range of motion. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, my friends, have a nice day, and good luck with your training. Peace.